Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this vanilla heart cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to place all of your dry ingredients into a mixing bowl and combine them. With the mixer still going, go ahead and add in your wet ingredients and mix until you have a cake batter. It will be very liquid, but this is completely normal for this recipe. So once you have a smooth batter, you can then go ahead and give the bowl a scraping down, and this will be just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. So don't forget to get the very top and the very bottom of the bowl, just to get those squiggly last moment bits in. Then grab yourself a tray, which has been lined with some parchment paper, and pour in the cake batter, and then just spread and level it out to ensure the best consistency while baking. Then place it to your preheated oven and bake it up. All that information will be in the blog post, which you can find linked down below, so don't forget to check it out if you're interested. So once the cake is baked and fully cooled, you can then go ahead and cut it up. I'm using a cutter, but feel free to, if you need to, just trace around a piece of paper and then cut it out. But having a cutter that is big enough will make this much easier. Repeat the process until you've got your 3 heart cutouts. Just remember there will always be some left over, so don't worry, you can turn them into cake pops or just eat it, why not? So when it comes to the decorating, grab yourself a plate, board or stand and place a blob of buttercream into the centre, then press your first layer of cake onto it, then pipe a ring around the outside of it, fill it with a small amount of the buttercream just to create a little dam, then add some strawberry jam into the centre or your jam of choice. I'm using strawberry, but that's my preference. Then repeat the process of stacking the cake by, so it should go cake, buttercream jam, and then your final layer of cake, and then you'll just want to crumb coat the outside, or if you want to do that, but I find that this cake isn't very crumbly, so it doesn't need a crumb coat, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Go ahead and pipe buttercream around the outer edge of the cake, and this is probably one of the easier parts. So the more decorated it looks now, the easier it will be to get the finished look later on. So I like to pipe as best as I possibly can. As you can tell, I've left gaps all over, but don't worry, as you're smoothing and the buttercream out, you will find that these gaps fill in and there'll be excess on the scraper. So what's on the scraper you take off, and then just keep going until you're happy with the consistency. It does take a couple of attempts to get it right, but once you're happy, it's good to go. I find it difficult to work on the bit at the top of the heart, which is like the curved bit. I always find that very difficult. I don't really work with many heart cakes, but I've had 2 recently to make, and I don't see how people do them all the time. It was actually starting to annoy me a little bit, but I enjoyed making it at the end. You can then go ahead and take a small cranked palette knife and just get rid of the jaggedy edge that was on top of the cake, bringing it into the centre of the cake and then smoothing that off again. So you can then go ahead and start the decorating process. Because this will need a lot of shells, I start at the bottom and pipe these rather large shells and just do one side first, followed by the other, just so they meet somewhat in the middle. And yeah, you can do whatever shape you like. I will leave all the nozzle sizes in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check it out if you're interested. And then there's some smaller shells on top of that in just a slightly more open style, and it just helps to add a bit of contrast. But yeah, you can use whatever piping nozzles you've got. You don't have to necessarily go out and buy some particular for a cake, unless you intend to use it a lot in the future, because I have piping nozzles sitting in the drawer that I haven't used for years. So once you've got your piping done, you can then go ahead and optionally add some edible glitter. Again, this is completely optional, you don't have to do it, but why not add edible glitter when you've got the chance, because it's not every day you get to use edible glitter, unless you're one of those type of people, but I use it for special occasions. And yeah, this is what the cake looked like once it was decorated. And I just added some of those black bows on that you take off before you eat because they're not edible. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description, there'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social medias. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.